Welcome back to my channel. It's your spiritual big sis, I'm the Mystic. I ain't gonna tell you shit wrong. If you are new to my channel, welcome to my channel. On this channel, I discuss topics related to my interests, which includes beauty, fashion, spirituality, music, and whatever else I feel like talking about because I'm a multi-passionate being. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome back to my channel. Y'all hear the kids playing in the back. I'm outside. Okay, it's finally warm in New York, and so I'm finally enjoying some outside weather. But as y'all can tell by the title of today's video, I'm talking about masking, not performing anymore, not conforming to fit into societal norms. Ever since I was young, I always felt like I was different. I always knew I was different on the inside, but I tried my best to tone it down as much as I could. And as I've gotten older, I've learned to just embrace being unconventional in order to be authentic to myself. I consider myself a pretty unconventional person. I'm non-religious, I homeschool, I don't have traditional jobs. I don't like working like 9 to 5s and things like that. I'm somebody who doesn't really fit into neurotypical behavior and societal norms. Like, I just don't like conforming to those things because they're not me. But in that process, I've learned to just love and accept myself for who I am, because for the longest I was like, bruh, am I tripping? Like, is something wrong with me because I don't subscribe to these things, or I don't feel like those things align with me? But I realized that it's not that there's something wrong with me. It's just that I have my own internal system, and I have my own instincts and my own internal guidance that is specific to who I am. I think there's a lot of pressure from society and even from family sometimes to try to conform and fit into these boxes. And I feel like there are people who are like me who don't really fit into a box. Like, there's no box for us. I guess you would call us, like, if you say in the movie Divergent, you would call us like the Divergents. We don't fit into one box. And I feel like there's a lot of pressure for people to want you to fit into one box, hence why we start masking. Because when you don't fit into one box, you feel out of place. But it's not even that you're out of place, it's just that you just are multifaceted and there is no box for you. I consider myself a free spirit. I live life and march to the beat of my own drum, and I've learned not to care what people think or how people feel about that. And I just do me. But there's a lot of people out here who are still performing and still masking and trying to fit in to this society. And that's why I'm making this video, to tell you, you do not have to perform to fit into society. I've actually found that by being authentic, and my beliefs about authenticity is that when you're authentic, you align with your purpose, you align with the people for you, you align with the situations meant for you, the jobs for you, and everything. And I feel like sometimes we internalize that pressure from society and from family to try to fit into these things, rather than just getting comfortable with who we are and learning how to express that and navigate life in a way that's authentic to you. And so I have a few tips to help you stop masking and help you learn to navigate this life more authentically. First and foremost, you have to let go of the idea that there's something wrong with you. A lot of times when we're masking, it's because we feel like there are qualities or traits that we have that wouldn't be approved by society or by family and things like that. And you have to do the shadow work around that, because a lot of that is just internalized opinions, internalized beliefs. And you have to just go deep within yourself and heal that wound within yourself as to why you feel like there's something wrong with you, why you feel the need to mask, why do you feel like you can't show up authentically. That's some shadow work you have to do on your own to reach that path. Or you don't have to do it on your own. You can also seek a therapist or a spiritual counselor or something like that. But you have to do the work, the spiritual work and the internal work around learning to love and accept yourself for who you are, and not seeing certain qualities and traits as bad or weird or things like that, and just accepting them as they are. The next tip I have for you is you have to completely decenter the thoughts, the opinions, the feelings of your family, of social media people, of people you don't know, people you do know. You just have to decenter needing acceptance from those people and needing their validation and approval. And you have to learn how to validate yourself. You have to become so comfortable in your skin that you're not affected if somebody says, oh, you're weird, or you this, or you're unorganized, or you're all over the place. You got to become comfortable enough in yourself not to internalize those things, and you do that by just decentering the validation of your family, your friends, all of those people. I can't tell you the last time I cared what somebody thought of me, because I realized when I was doing that, it was a source of hella anxiety for me, and I hate feeling anxious. And also I realized like it just put a lot of pressure on me to try to fit in. And I don't know, for me, I have to be authentic. Like I feel like it's deeply hold on now, hold on. I don't even know the song, but hey, okay, that shit loud as fuck. Yeah, I can't lie, for me, I feel like I have to be authentic. Like my mental health is not well when I have to constantly like analyze my next moves. I just gotta move how I move and call it a day. And I'm telling you, once you decenter those things, it'll make it a lot easier for you to be yourself. The next step would be discovering who you truly are, because when you've been masking for so long, it can feel a little uncomfortable to start showing up authentically. But you have to practice showing up authentically even in situations where you feel uncomfortable. And a part of that comes with getting to know yourself and getting comfortable with all the parts of yourself, the parts you like, the parts you don't like, and just learning how to integrate that into one, which you can do through shadow work again. That's why I highly recommend shadow work. But yeah, you do those things and it will help you show up more authentically. Another thing that I recommend is that you seek out community. Once you start being yourself and you stop masking and performing, you can find more aligned relationships in your life, whether that be platonic or romantic. Seek out community. Trust me, you're not the only one. Trust me, you're not the only one. For the longest, I thought I was one of the few people who's non-religious and things like that, but I was able to find community and search for like-minded people that I could relate to. And the more you find community and people who are like you that you can relate to, the less alone you feel. Because a lot of times when you're masking, you might be around a lot of people, but if you're not relating to them on a certain level, you're still gonna feel alone. You're still gonna feel like you don't fit in. But trust me, everybody has somebody out there that relates to them, and you just have to find your people and you have to find your tribe. And you can only do that by one, putting yourself out, and by being you. Now, authenticity is polarizing, so there will be people that you will find out that are just not for you, and that's okay. It's not a bad thing to be disliked. It's not a bad thing that somebody's not for you. Nobody in this world has somebody that's gonna like them 100% or somebody that's for them 100%. But by being authentic, you attract people who like you for you, people who want to be around you for you, people you can actually relate to and connect to. I think we forget as human beings, like, we thrive off of connection, so we need genuine connections. We need people who really see us, because that's really what we really want, is to be seen. And when we mask, we don't allow people to truly see us. Even if they don't respond the way we want them to respond, it's better to just allow yourself to be seen so that you can be visible. Hello. You have to allow yourself to be seen so that you can find community and attract your community, okay? You can't find your people if you're not being yourself. But I want to end this video by saying, like, if you've been somebody who's masking because you don't fit into social norms or you don't fit into all of these boxes, you are not alone. There's a ton of us out here, and I want to be here to encourage y'all to be more authentic and not really care about what people think, and really show up as your authentic self, because we need different people in the world. I feel like all of our differences is what makes us unique, is what makes us beautiful, it's what makes us us. And so the more you can learn to embrace the things that makes you different, the things that sets you apart from everybody else, the more you'll stand out, and the more you'll feel better about yourself. Your confidence will lift once you find that power in just your uniqueness and your authenticity. So guys, I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to my channel. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.